everyone, and welcome to the Evolve with Emily show YouTube channel. The best way to support the show on this YouTube channel is to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and or share it with a friend. I hope that you guys enjoy this episode, and whichever way you choose to support the show, I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. I hope that today's message and episode brings some bit of positive change to your life. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Evolve with Emily show. I am your host, Emily Hayden, and you are joining me for another solo episode. I wanted to talk about when you guys have the hardest of the hard days. I had one of those days yesterday, and so I want to talk you through it because oftentimes on my podcast, I'm going to give you guys the message of show up and suit up. And that is what I do 99% of the time. 99% of the time when things are less than ideal, when I'm feeling so down, when I'm feeling unmotivated, I really rely on the fact that I've practiced discipline inside of my life. And that discipline allows me to show up regardless of how I feel, regardless of where my mind's at, regardless of what's going on in my life. I show up, I suit up, I get it done, and then I handle what I need to handle later. But there are those days. There are those days when you've done that so many days in a row. You've struggled through that so many days in a row that you feel like you've reached your end. And on these very specific, rare few days when that happens, I do believe that sometimes, dude, you just got to call it. Sometimes you got to clock out for the day. Sometimes you got to put those responsibilities away and you got to fully take care of yourself. I think it's important to show up and suit up. I think if you only relied on ideal circumstances, you would never get to where you're going in life. So I really do believe that a majority of your life needs to be putting yourself into action even when you don't want to be. But I am talking about those few days when, again, you've just done it over and over and over again to where you have beyond nothing left. And I hope that you guys never get there. I hope that in moments of showing up and suiting up that you're also taking care of yourself. You're also doing what you need to do. But just to give you guys a little insight on me, despite doing all of that, I have a lot of things going on with my health and my hormones. And so my hormones, when they're off, when they're truly off, it makes everything that you're dealing with just 10 times harder. You don't have the energy, you don't have the emotional, stability, and you don't have the, regular baseline things that everybody else has inside of them. Like I don't even have the normal hormones to function the way that I should be functioning. And so I'm pushing through not only life circumstances and environments, but I'm pushing through my actual health. And I did a full update video on YouTube, which may or may not be posted already. Check it out if it is, or check it out in the next day or two. So that's not what this podcast is about. I just wanted to give you guys more insight on why I reached that point. That definitely played a huge role in it. But I wanted to talk about getting through this day. So I did. I clocked out. I just chose to clock out. I told my assistant, Jess, I was like, look, I got to clock out for the day. I'm not okay. And I had to take care of myself. And yesterday, man, I tried to record 2 podcasts. I tried to record a YouTube video. I tried to show up and suit up. I put freaking lashes on because I was going to try and even do content. And man, I was just like at the lowest of the low. And in that moment, man, I was questioning everything. I hate getting to those moments because I question literally everything. What I've learned is do not make decisions in those moments. In those moments where you start to question everything, do not make decisions. Just pull back. Take a second for yourself. Call in sick to work. Let yourself have some time by yourself. And then surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with friends and with loved ones who can just love on you, who can just accept you for wherever it is that you're at and don't feel the need to fix you or to change you, but who can just truly be there for you. Maybe it's just one person. You don't need a lot, but if you can just have one person be that in your life, then that's what you need. And man, when I get down,
I just don't stay there, right? So I got there, I clocked out, I did what I needed to do. I surrounded myself with people that could just be there for me and just sit in it with me and allow me to deal with whatever it is that I'm dealing with. And that really helped me so much. And it's literally the next day, and I've just recorded 2 Monday messages, 1 YouTube video, and now this solo episode. And I'm not struggling and pushing and forcing it to come out. It's just there again. And had I not taken that time for myself, had I not allowed myself to not be okay, to truly be like, yo, I'm not okay right now. If I hadn't allowed that and I tried to push through that and I tried to just create whatever I needed to create in the moment, things just would have gone so differently. So I want to talk about it on the podcast in this very short episode, just to let you guys know that I have those moments too. On another note, I'm taking care of myself in the health and hormone department. That's what the YouTube video is about. So go check that out, because where I'm at is not okay. And it's time now for me to get myself in a better position. I've been trying, but I've had to choose a different method. So go watch that YouTube video for the full update. But it's important to let yourself be wherever you're at, to handle that, and then to choose a new way, to choose a different path if that's a pattern, if that's a cycle that you've been stuck in. So I want to let you guys know that sometimes it is okay to clock out. Sometimes it is okay to just have a bad day, to have an off day. It's okay. Show up and suit up most of the time, but sometimes you do need to take that day for yourself. You need to play hooky. You need to clock out. You need to get off social media. You need to stop trying so hard to make yourself better. Sometimes you're just not okay, and that's all right. So I hope that you guys will apply this in your own lives in a way that allows you to just be wherever it is that you are, and to be okay with that, and to not pressure or force yourself out of that, right? Sometimes you just need to be in it. I think that's all I want to say for today. I just want to keep it short and sweet and just let you know that we all have those days. Don't think that you're alone in that. Don't think that other people don't have days like that. We all have them. And you just got to recognize when you need to push through and show up and suit up, and when you need to say, no, this one's for me. And just know that when you're in that moment, because I hope someone listening right now is in the moment listening to this. I never hope for people to be in those moments, but I hope if you are, that you're listening to this. I hope for whatever reason you clicked on this podcast. I hope for whatever reason somebody sent you this podcast, because I know you're in the hard spot. And I just want to send you a hug across the podcast platform. Like, just right now, I'm wrapping my arms around you, giving you the biggest hug, and just letting you know that it's okay. And you're not going to stay here for forever. I know you feel just so horrible and so at your end, but you're not going to stay here for forever. So don't believe that lie. Allow yourself to feel how you feel, and lay down if you want to lay down, nap if you want to nap, go for a walk if you feel like going for a walk. Just ask yourself, just get really, really quiet and ask yourself like you would a best friend, and say, hey, what do you need right now? What do you need? And give yourself whatever it is that you need. Check in with yourself frequently and give yourself that. Don't fall into self-sabotaging behaviors. That's not cool. It's not going to make you feel better. You're not going to be glad that you did that. But just give yourself whatever it is that you need. You can meet your own needs. Also, you don't have to do this alone. You can get quiet. You can do a little meditation. You can say a prayer. You can ask God to help you. You can ask him to help you in those really hard and dark moments. And then what will happen is you'll notice something positive will come into your life, whether it's a friend texting you a podcast, or it's someone calling you, or it's someone, that says something kind to you. Some kind of positivity will come into your life. And I want you to be hyper aware to it. I want you to look for those gems and those positive additions to your life, because if you look for even the smallest amount of positivity, you will find it. So I love you guys. It's okay to not be okay. Allow yourself to be there, but don't turn it into a habit or a pattern or a cycle. So I love you guys. You're going to be okay. And I hope that this message was helpful to you. If today's podcast was helpful to you in any way, or if you know somebody that might be going through a hard day, might need just a little message to let them know that they're not alone and that it's okay to not be okay, then I would ask you to share this message with them, text it, share it on your stories, tag myself and the podcast Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Evolve with Emily. Thanks so much.